Hello, Altar Marching Night families. My name is Mindy Lichty, and I am the fundraising chair for the AMA. I wanted to provide you an overview of the March A Thon fundraiser that is coming up this summer and early fall, and give you some details around the event. First of all, the March A Thon fundraiser itself. Every year, Mr. Tucker looks for opportunities to take the kids to different interesting places and opportunities to perform. This year we will be going to Bowling Green, Ohio, we'll be going to the University of Delaware, and we will also be going to Indianapolis, Indiana. All of these will be Bands of America competitions, great opportunities and venues for our students to be able to perform. In order to travel these places, we have to raise money, and it's about $28,000 to support those 3 trips. This year, that calculates to about $550 a student. This year, we're looking to raise $17,500, which is $350 per student in donations to help us offset the cost of those trips. If you do have more than one student in band, there's not an expectation that you are required to raise any more than that $700 minimum. In order to collect donations, it can be done online and by checks and by cash. We'll speak more to that here in a minute. The collection period will start June 20th. That's when the website will go live, and will end on August 3rd at the March A Thon itself. The March A Thon is on August 3rd. It will be from 6 to 9 p.m. We'll start with a family dinner in the cafeteria from 6 to 7. And then after that, we will go and march 20 laps. We won't. The students will go and march 20 laps around the track while the families are doing some other awesome and fun things. This is a mandatory event for the students to attend, and it is a highly encouraged event for the families. Last year, parents learned how to do breathing gym and marching and how to spin flag. It's a great opportunity for parents. The overall timeline is listed out here. June 20th, the website goes live and collection period begins. July 16th, as you well know, is the first day of mini band camp for the kids. It is also the first AMA meeting for the 2018-19 season. That's at 7 o'clock that evening. That's why we chose to do our first turn-in that evening at that AMA meeting. Also during the AMA meeting, we have a mandatory call night for the students. This is where students will bring in a pre-prepared list of 20 names, 30 if you have more than one child in band, and they are going to take that time to call and email the individuals to ask them for donations. As a side note, if your student has already collected the $350 by July 16th, then they do not have to attend the call night. There will be a second turn-in on July 22nd at the band camp check-in, and that stuff goes directly to me if you have cash and checks. August 2nd will be the final turn-in at practice, and then August 3rd is the March A Thon itself. To make the collection process and the ask that students do as easy as possible, we've put together a March A Thon toolkit, which you can see embedded here as a Word document. This toolkit contains instructions and templates on how to do these different asks. The door-to-door type, we have narratives for kids to be able to follow. If you're doing a phone call, we have a script they can follow. If you're sending an email, we have an example email they can follow, and any of those things can be taken and tailored. But we want our kids to have the tools to be able to go out and do this. The donations, again, are done online, is our preferred method. The reason being is this is immediately recorded and credited to your student directly. It's one of the easiest ways that we can keep track of what donations your child has received to date. We also would never reject cash and check gathered up by the student. Any checks would be payable to Altar High School, and in the memo it would say Marching Thon with your student's name. If you have cash and checks that you're going to turn in on one of those turn-in dates, you would need to do a single donation tracking sheet that is in your toolkit, put all the checks and cash in an envelope, and then give them to me on those turn-in dates. If families have out-of-town relatives or friends that want to send a check in, the address for Altar High School is 940 East David Road, Dayton, Ohio, 45429, and it would be sent to the attention of Todd Tucker. We do have some incentives for our students to collect money and to even exceed the minimum amount that we've set out for them as a goal. If they've collected that 350 prior to call night, they don't have to go to the call night. Whoever has collected the most money by call night, which is July 16th, will get a $25 Amazon gift card. And whoever collects the most money overall by August 3rd gets to take their 20 laps and assign all of them to staff member or members of their choice. They also get to have the VIP treatment during all of our trips. They get to pick their seat on the bus, identify movies on the drive, a snack, be first in line for every time we get off the bus. Also, for every $10 above the 350 that's raised, that's one last lap that the children will have to take around the track. Finally, I want to review some very common questions and answers. First of all, how is progress tracked for my student? So when an online donation comes in, there's an email that is sent to me to let me know that a donation is made, who the student is that the donation is for, and who the person is that made it. I take those emails and I forward them directly to the families so that you parents know who has donated for your child. Also, after the turn-in dates, we will provide a running total in probably one of Mr. Tucker's emails that says, here's what I have recorded to date for each student. That way, if there's any dispute about what you believe has been raised versus what we have recorded, we can resolve it. Is the donation tax deductible? That's a flat out answer of yes. And if you've done an online donation, then people will automatically receive a thank you that identifies it as a tax, as a donation. One of the most common questions we get is, can I just donate the money, the 350, or does my child have to solicit the donations? Absolutely. If you want to opt out of the solicitation process and just make that $350 tax deductible donation, you're more than welcome to do that. And then finally, what if you're concerned that your child will not be able to raise that 350? If you think that there's going to be some sort of hardship in collections, please reach out to Mr. Tucker directly so that you and he can discuss different options. My contact information is on the last slide. Again, my name is Mindy Lichty, and my number is 937-269-3106. I am very excited about this year and the opportunities that we are affording our children and places we're going to take them. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me, and go little band go.